I raised my son, Daniel, alone after his father passed away. I worked 2 jobs, skipped vacations, and sacrificed everything to make sure he had a good life. I bought a small house with my savings, my pride, my safety, my peace. But when Daniel grew up and got married, things began to change. His wife, Clara, was polite in the beginning, but soon I noticed how she looked at my house with greed in her eyes. One evening, Daniel came over and said, "Mom, it's better if the house is in my name now. You're getting old. It'll be easier for paperwork later." I laughed nervously. "Daniel, I'm not dead yet," I said. But his tone grew cold. "Just sign it. You owe me, Mom. I'm your only child. Everything will be mine anyway." His words cut deep. My own son, the boy I held when he was sick, who cried in my lap, now sounded like a stranger. Days later, he brought legal papers and said, "Mom, sign it, or I'll stop coming here." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My heart shattered, but I refused. "If you want my house, Daniel," I said quietly, "you'll have to take me to court." And he did. Yes, my own son sued me for my house. In court, he stood confidently with his lawyer, while I sat quietly with trembling hands. The judge, an elderly woman, looked at me and asked, "Mrs. Collins, do you understand the claim?" I nodded. "Yes, Your Honor. My son wants the house I worked my whole life for." Daniel interrupted. "It's not fair. She's old and forgetful. I should manage it now." The judge looked at him sharply. "Young man, I've read the file. Your mother bought this property before you were even born. She owes you nothing." Daniel's face turned red. The judge continued, "You want everything she owns? Then earn it, the same way she did. Case dismissed." I couldn't stop the tears. The judge smiled gently at me and said, "You've raised a son, but you've also taught a lesson, that greed can never win." As I walked out of court, Daniel tried to speak to me, but I simply said, "I lost my son today, but I kept my dignity." And that night, I sat on my porch, in the house I built with my own hands, under the quiet stars, finally at peace.